trying to decide, should you go to the rain tires, stay on the slicks? Joe Montana was the only unflustered, unruffled guy down here. He was walking around, wasn't looking for cover, didn't need an umbrella. You could almost see him saying, hey, what's a little sprinkle to a guy who used to play for the big bucks in the rain? He's got another winner here going today, no question.
So as Alex Zanardi starts his final lap, we'll continue to track those battles behind the lead of the race. And Zanardi, looking for his very first win in the IndyCars, comes out of Formula One. Has a faltering start in the first race of the season, sits on the pole at Rio, and finally looks for a win. There's second place. And third place, Christian Fittipaldi, with Al Unser Jr. well back now. None of the top four in contest. Parker Johnstone sits in fifth position, followed by Ray Hall, then Ribeiro, then Mark Blundell, then Stefan Johansson and Robbie Gordon. But here's the man of the hour as he makes the final turn around the carousel here and on to the main stretch. And Alex Zanardi, as he looks ahead, takes it way over to the right and then comes over to take the checkered flag as Alex Zanardi has taken the win here. And they all come over and off the edge of the course as they finish. There's the standings. We gave them to you on the final lap. They remain the same. Zanardi, Farron, Fittipaldi. Looking down through unofficial results here. And if he hot-foots it around, maybe we will have a chance to talk with Alex Zanardi, but he becomes the second first-time winner. Both of them at the time were driving for Ganassi. Zanardi today and Al Unser Jr. earlier. Going back to last year, he is the fifth first-time winner in the last 14 races. We watch for the white flag. Here it is. 2¼ miles to go. Zanardi, then Vassar, then Michael, then Herta, Bobby Rahal, Fernandez, Christian, Ribeiro, Greg Moore, Blundell. That's the way they come across the line. No changes yet. Who's going to make the move to try and grab that extra point? Doesn't seem like but Moore is in fact the one. Moore gets into the barrier. That's going to be very costly in terms of the rookie fight. So Greg Moore jumps out, and that brings everybody behind him. Blundell, Johnstone, Unser Jr. forward. So they're all going to pick up better points than they would have. Greg Moore appears to be okay. Sure, he takes off the wheel. And two other cars, Parker Johnstone and Magnuson.
No, that's
Al.
Jr.
That's Al. Junior and Parker Johnstone get together. That's going to be costly. Ribeiro's in trouble. What a final lap this has become. So Zanardi will head for the checkered flag and take the win just ahead of Jimmy Vassar. Alex Zanardi with the win on a very action-packed and somewhat confusing final lap. Nice job, guy. You really helped your guy do it today. Al out of the car. Boy, about 4 simultaneous occurrences there that all had an effect on the point standing at the end of the run. Of the 82nd lap. They climb the hill. The white flag flies. There is one more lap to go in the IndyCar season. Can Brian Herta hang on for that lap?
Well, remember one thing, too. Zanardi's got to get right behind him, and then he's got to find a way past him. He's got to be able to pass him. Brian can't afford to make any mistakes here.
Zanardi is there. He can strike. Jimmy Vassar is in a position that is almost unassailable in the championship right now. He will come home with first championship for Jimmy Vassar. Brian Herta, United States. Jimmy Vassar, United States. 2 new names, both from the U.S. in this series that has become so international. So the battle for the PPG Cup. Look, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, and he gets him. Can he get him back? Can he hang on?
Oh, look at this.
Down through the first final lap. Alex Zanardi, remember twice we've had the change on the final lap of the race this year. Alex Zanardi at the top of the hill.
right there as well, but white flag lap.
1 lap remaining, 1.59 miles for Alex Zanardi.
And we just have a yellow down here and an oil flag down at the first corner. Can't pass there, Parker, not with a yellow flag. He knows he has to sit behind. See how get a little sideways there. It must be slippery, a little oil down there. His back end stepped out.
But I also saw a little blue tire smoke there. There is race leader Alex Zanardi. A year ago, victory went to his teammate Jimmy Vasser. Today, it appears it will be Alex Zanardi's turn. The victory will be the 4th of his career, 1st of the season, 10th for the Target Ganassi team, and with it, a $5,000 donation to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital in St. Louis. Now here's the battle. Out on the backstretch, Juan Fangio's race is over with a plume of smoke from the back of his car. White flag waves, 1 lap to go. And now Alex Zanardi has clear track in front of him. Whoop, take that back. He's still got Fernandez out there. Jourdain pulled down and slowed to let the race leaders by.
That's a pretty big gap unless something goes wrong or he starts to run low on fuel. I don't think Gilles de Ferran can make up that gap.
A little over a mile to go for Alex Zanardi, looking for his 5th career win, his 2nd of the year, following his win at Long Beach, California, and another step up the championship ladder as the stretch run begins here at the Grand Prix of Cleveland, with races to follow at Toronto and Michigan, then a week's break before the final run to the season finale in September. The final corner he comes. The white flag is put away, and the checkers wave for Alex Zanardi, coming home 2nd. The margin of victory, 1.281 seconds, is Gilles de Ferran. And Alex Zanardi has come from the back of the pack to grab victory here at the Grand Prix of Cleveland. What a race for Zanardi. Right, the white flag will wave in the hands of flagman Jim Swintal. There it is. And Alex Zanardi takes it. 1 lap to go. Less than 2 miles remaining to his 3rd victory of the year as Alex Zanardi has taken this championship by the neck.
And one of his big goals, he told us this week, Bob, I want to win on an oval. This would be his first if he can hang on for just about 1.25 miles.
Target Chip Ganassi Racing has been absolutely bulletproof in the US 500. They are the one and only team to win. Last year, Jimmy Vasser. This year, Alex Zanardi, as the checkered flags wave over the Italian's 3rd victory of the year, and a celebration breaks out in the pits. 6th career victory for Zanardi, his 3rd of the year. 8th win of the year for Firestone Tires, and the 3rd for Honda Engines. A fist in the air, and why not? A well-earned run at mid-season. Victory on the mile at Milwaukee and the street course at Belle Isle in Detroit. White flag from the flag stand. Jim Swintal now waves it over Greg Moore, but Alex Zanardi is out front with 2.25 miles to go to his 4th checkered flag of the season. And an even fatter lead in the points. Greg Moore came into the weekend 5th in the championship. Paul Tracy, 2nd to Alex Zanardi, is out. Gilles de Ferran, who came in 3rd, runs back in 6th place. So Alex Zanardi is in a perfect position right now. But he still has about 1.5 miles to go. And the victory will be worth a $5,000 donation to the Target House Fund at St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Hiro Matsushita very slow on the racetrack. Perhaps out of fuel. Just a couple of quarters remaining for Alex Zanardi as the young Italian goes for his 7th career victory, his 4th of the season, and his 3rd in the last 4 races. He now has it, back-to-back wins at Mid-Ohio. Greg Moore crosses the line in 2nd. And now let's go back to the battle for 5th. Once more, the elevator goes up. finish line. Sunset here at Road America. And heading on the championship hopes of all but about 4 other drivers in the PPG Kart World Series. There's Mauricio Gucci, who's second. An absolute dominator in the last 5 races, winning 4 of them, finishing second in the 5th. And moving into firm control of the lead for the PPG Cup.
Tell you, you've got to love Alex Zanardi. Here he is in the thick of the championship and up win.
Tommy, like everybody who's won a championship, you got to drive how it got you there. He's driven hard all season. He drove hard last year. It's what took him to the front of the championship, and there is no point in changing that strategy.
And as Chip Ganassi was saying a bit earlier, in the mid stages of this race, it has to be a thinking man's race, and I think he's going to be as happy another win.
Well, credit all the guys you just saw on Alex Zanardi's timing stand. Chip Ganassi, engineer Mo Nunn, the rest of the team. They have impeccable when it comes to finishing races this year. Both Jimmy Vasser and Alex Zanardi. The consistency is there to take one of them to the championship. The checkered flag waves over Alex Zanardi, looking more and more like a champion in 1997. There is Brian Herta, who was 9th beginning the last lap. He is now stopped. It looks like it's down in the turn 8 area.
It looked at the angle that he was, that he possibly spun that car because he was facing against the track. Advantage of it, he had to be right there up close and took advantage of it all.
A quick look in the mirrors for Zanardi, but he has a huge interval as the white flag waves. The victory would be worth $5,000 in donations to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. Last year they earned about $100,000. Did Chip Ganassi Racing and Target. There is Franchitti, who has taken over 2nd place. Best finish ever for the Scottish driver. What a remarkable run for Alex Zanardi. I mentioned earlier in the race that the season has gotten off to a quiet start. He crashed at Motegi, Japan last Saturday. But now he has worked his way patiently through this field, through all the chaos, all the drama. Once more through the hairpin with this crowd screaming as one. He has done it again. The checkered flag waves, and Alex Zanardi back-to-back wins in Long Beach.
He knows he's got a 2-second cushion. It's not huge, but he does not want to make the mistake and go in there and flat spot the tire again.
White flag for race leader Alex Zanardi, looking for his 2nd victory of the season. The Target Chip Ganassi Racing crew is on the wall, watching their man come around. Mark Blundell just ahead. Michael Andretti took a 1/10 of a second off the gap, and it looks like Alex Zanardi will not try to pass Blundell. Here comes Andretti. Now Zanardi can pass on the straightaway and take the checkered flag for his 10th career win and 2nd of the season. The streak of new winners is now over at 5 in a row. 2nd victory on an oval for Alex Zanardi. And following his teammate Jimmy Vasser's win on the short oval at Nazareth, Pennsylvania earlier this season, now 2 short oval wins for Team Ganassi on the tracks that used to be the bane of their existence. White flag for Alex Zanardi and Target Chip Ganassi Racing. Last time to you, Tommy Kendall.
Checking his mirrors, nothing to worry about. Well safe, not using all the road, easy on the throttle, not sliding the car, just got to bring it home.
The fastest lap on that last turn around the raceway at Belle Isle was turned by Greg Moore at a 1:16.8 to Alex Zanardi's 1:18.0. But this one is all but in the can. As I say that, my mind goes back to last year's last lap. Perhaps I should not say that.
At that position last year, there were 2 cars in front of Greg Moore, and he still won the race.
Through the stadium section. Turn 12. 2 more turns for Alex Zanardi.
for a possible third victory of the year and an even firmer grip on the PPG Cup Championship lead, with a $1 million bonus waiting at year end for the drivers' champion. Across the line he comes, checkers wave. The crew is on the wall in celebration. 11th career victory for Alex Zanardi. There is Adrian Fernandez second, Gilles de Ferran third, and unofficially Dario Franchitti in fourth, with Greg Moore in fifth.
Hey guys, watch for the donuts, because Chip Ganassi just radioed in and said, good job. I think it might call for a donut.
Time, a little bit, about a half a car length. Last lap.
White flag for Alex Zanardi, but all eyes are on the battle for second. Reynard Fords on Firestone tires for both men, Scott Pruitt and Brian Herta. Alex Zanardi, who 2 weeks ago in Detroit reintroduced his trademark Victory Donuts. And I would almost bet we will see them again if he can hold on for the checkered flag here at Portland.
With the width of the straightaway here, we're definitely going to see donuts.
Now keep in mind, Alex Zanardi is going to be a father later this year. His wife Daniela expecting, I believe it's in September. Alex wanted to clinch the championship by August so that he could go be with Daniela. I'm sure Chip Ganassi isn't buying it, but it looks like Alex Zanardi means to make good on that promise. Off the turn he comes, now the straightaway, and the fans rise from the grandstands to welcome home Alex Zanardi, picking up his second victory here at Portland, his fourth win of this season, his 12th career victory. The battle for second between Pruitt and Herta will go to Scott Pruitt. Donuts, he's asking the crowd, you want to see me go around?
I did a little background. I've uncovered some of the technique. He screws it. Oh, he stalled the car.
He stalled the car.
There'll be no donuts today. Like Daniela watching the big screen, and she just looked up there and said, oh, I can't believe it.
As you saw moments ago, all of the top three drivers are in the fuel window, but no way they are stopping. White flag coming up for Alex Zanardi, seeking his fifth victory of the year and an even firmer grip on the PPG Cup and that $1 million bonus. 1 lap to go, struggling with the wheel, foot firmly planted on the floorboards. Alex Zanardi trying to work that target Team Ganassi magic once again. For each lap in the lead, for each pole, for each race victory, there are donations made to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. And they have racked up a pile of donations today. Alex Zanardi and his teammate, the pole man for the Grand Prix of Cleveland, Jimmy Vasser. The Marlboro Pole Award bonus will go on to the next race and will go up to $270,000 on the streets of Toronto, Canada in a week's time. Just a couple of corners to go for the Italian stallion, Alex Zanardi. Off the corner he comes to take the checkered flags. World Cup Soccer is coming up next on ABC Sports. I'm Bob Varsha. For Danny Sullivan, Jack Arute, Gary Gerald, and Tom Kendall, congratulations to Alex Zanardi. So long from Cleveland. He will have 1 lap to go next time by.
And he has driven this car very hard. Let's not forget one other thing. He borrowed that engine from Honda. That engine was Dario Franchitti's engine.
Final lap for Alex Zanardi. 4 wins in a row will tie the series record set by Al Unser Jr. back in 1990. And it will firm up his grip on the PPG Cup and its $1 million bonus. Good points for Michael Andretti as you watch Jimmy Vasser now with Bobby Rahal just behind him, the battle for third.
Jimmy doing a very, very good job today, soldiering on with that gearbox and holding off Bobby Rahal, very experienced and the first winner here in Toronto.
Just a couple of corners now for Alex Zanardi, who is tied with Paul Tracy for career victories among active drivers. He will break that tie after this turn with his 6th victory of the season, the 14th of his career, the 6th in a row, and 8 out of the last 9 for Target Chip Ganassi Racing.
And the big question right now is, where is he going to do his donuts around here at this very tight Toronto track?
And it is the 2nd race in a row that Alex Zanardi and Michael Andretti finished first and second. As Alex is coming out of the car, Michael Andretti, meanwhile, just wonders about what might have been. He asked his future Formula One team owner, Frank Williams, if he can cut donuts when he wins in F1. Frank said, no, you can't drive my cars that way. Safety car pulls off, checkered flags wave, Team Ganassi celebrates. How many times have we said that over the past couple of seasons? As Alex Zanardi picks up the win, and now the only question still to be answered is, will he make the donuts? We'll find out after a break. Stand by for more as the shadows grow even longer here at Surfers, but the parties will go well on into the wee hours.